Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Joshua Colley about Senior Year, which is streaming on Netflix May 13th. Welcome back to the show, man. It's so good to see ya.
Peter, I'm back. It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you. We can finally talk about the movie, which is amazing. I watched it last night. This movie is so funny. And I think we just need a good time right now, right?
Oh, truly, truly, truly.
Which is amazing. So here's the thing, right? And a lot of people saw, yourself and all your cast as well. Like there's a lot of cheerleading, there's a lot of dancing. There's a lot of that in this movie. I'm sure some routines and some scenes took a little longer routine-wise than others, but what was that whole kind of process learning all the dance routines for this movie?
Absolutely. Okay, so basically going in, they never said anything about dancing. I mean, obviously I knew the character was a cheerleader, but they never really checked to see if we were able to pick up steps, I guess. So they were like, you're going to dance rehearsal. And I was like, what? Dance rehearsal? I was like, what do you mean dance rehearsal? They're like, don't you know there's fully 3 dance numbers in this movie? And I was like, what? And so we basically just got thrown into these dance rehearsals every day. And I was listen. I was on Broadway, right?
Yeah.
I was in a dancing show called Newsies, but I never danced. Okay. So dancing was never my strongest suit. I was definitely more of the singer. So this was my first time really learning this heavy choreography. And honestly, I think I did better than I thought I was gonna do.
I was about to say the comments people are gonna watch this interview and be like, I think he's fibbing because he's pretty good at dancing.
No, Peter, I swear to God, go at the first rehearsal was no bueno.
Well, you did a very good job.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I just watched this movie recently too, and I was super, super excited to see how it came out. It's some of my favorite parts of the movie, for sure.
For sure. We have limited time. There's so many things I want to kind of get in here because I have to, okay? Yes. I don't think we're going to say what the music video or the song is because I want people to get surprised. But there is, I don't know if we call it like a reimagination or like a tribute to an iconic song and music video, which is like one of the most amazing things. I mean, costumes, makeup, choreography. I mean, what can you tell me about that?
Yeah, honestly, I was surprised with how incredibly accurate to the original one it was. Obviously, I was familiar with the music video because it's a very popular music video. I think they did an incredible job really capturing the energy.
It's wild, man.
Yeah, and it really does come out of nowhere. It's very much a surprise. It's very catches you off guard and you're like, this movie just turned into something else.
And again, I think it's perfect because I want people, it's iconic. After they watch this interview, they'll watch it and be like, they're talking about that. I don't want to say what it is. I think you agree with me there, right? You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. We want you guys to be surprised.
100%. And it ties in, or might not tie in, to one of my, so the basement scene is like my favorite thing ever. And all I'm going to say is the Giorno pizza.
Yes. Yeah.
That is just there's so many. I had to I rewound that part like 5 times. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And they're gonna see why. But can you even do that stuff without laughing?
No, well, truly, honestly, it was hard. It was really hard, especially with Avantika on the other side, because her and I are always cracking jokes with each other. And a lot of what you see in the movie is pretty off the cuff, and a lot of it is improv. I don't know if that moment was specifically, but it was different every single time. So every time I would catch her eye, I would see her smiling a little bit, and it was so hard to keep a straight face. But luckily, I got through it.
It's so great. Now listen, we started this interview, it's a very funny movie, but there are some very important messages in this movie, spread all around. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you notice that, right? When you sign on to a project, there's a lot of stuff about acceptance and you be yourself. And I love that. You've noticed that, right? It wasn't just kind of slapstick humor. It has those important parts as well.
No, for sure. Yeah. Especially like, because when I'm in the moment, when we're doing the scenes, it's all jokes and funny and we're all just laughing and everything. But when I really sat down and watched the movie, I was so surprised with how heartfelt a lot of it was. And there were way more moments of like really meaningful scenes that I think a lot of people are going to be very like touched by, and a lot of people will relate to. Even though it's a feel-good comedy, it's definitely very emotional for sure.
It's so emotional. When people get to watch the film, I mean, what are you hoping to get out of it takeaway wise? I mean, it is one of those just funny movies we need right now.
Yeah, truly. I hope they have a great time, honestly. I really hope that they leave the theater being like, I'm so glad I went and saw that movie. I feel like I'm in a better mood after watching it. I hope they feel, a sense of nostalgia from it, because that's what a lot of people are looking for these days. I know I love nostalgia, and it's definitely chock full of it, this movie. It's definitely very 2000s based for sure.
No, absolutely. And Jeremy Ray Taylor might or might not have a cool hairstyle at one point in this movie.
I think everybody's gonna be really surprised with a lot of things in this movie. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you got to work with so many amazing people as well. I mean, very quickly before we wrap up, I mean, Rebel Wilson. I mean, what was that like working with her?
Rebel Wilson is truly a force. She's a gem of a human. I truly cannot speak higher of Rebel Wilson. She's so welcoming. She's so lovely. And she's just an overall great actress. I think she's so great in this movie. And I'm so happy to see her back in a role like this, which I think is so important. I think everybody else is really excited to see her in it too.
Oh, I'm that's so great you said that. No, everyone's so good. Sam Richardson just makes me laugh so much in this movie. I mean, it's just stacked.
The cast is stacked, Peter. It's stacked, and it's such a great movie. It really is, and I think everybody's really gonna love it.
I'm so happy to hear that. It was so great to catch up with you. Thank you so much for coming back on the show, man.
Peter, I will see you soon, I'm sure. I can't wait.
Absolutely. Instagram is the best way for people to connect with you, right? Joshua Colley on Instagram.
Joshua Robert Colley on Instagram. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this has been Popternative. YouTube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. May 13th, senior year, streaming on Netflix. Until next time, this is Joshua Colley and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.